It is the 15th day of November 2023. Many thanks for joining us right here at Lookuptv. My name is John Mataba. We have a lot for you tonight, including the Donkey Massacre in Murang'a, and that and much more coming up just after the highlights.
Tonight,
tuko na shares value atagawa hiyo ni fluctuative ya bilioni ingine 28 karibu. Ukiongeza hizi pesa zote ni bilioni 50 zaidi.
The Unclaimed Assets Authority announces 50 billion worth of assets, including 31 billion in cash.
His Excellency the President is a nation's chief ambassador and chief executive officer. The conduct of foreign affairs is one of the executive powers expressly vested in him.
Government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura defends President RUTO's numerous trips abroad, saying they are of benefit to the country. And key suspect in the murder of athlete Agnes Tirop Ibrahim Rotich freed on a 400,000 bail.
To the broadcast tonight, our sign language interpreter is Josephine Aoko. Beg your pardon. Let's get started. The Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority now says it's holding more than 50 billion Kenyan shillings of unclaimed financial assets, comprising of 31 billion in cash and 1.2 billion units of shares valued at an approximate 28 billion shillings. As Ian Keitani now files, the authority's chairperson says at least the assets belong to 21 million Kenyans, including monies and shares turned over to the authority by the government institutions, banking institutions, mobile service providers, and religious organizations.
Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority has said that the authority is in possession of assets worth over 50 million shillings. This, it says, it's unclaimed assets, calling on the rightful owners to come forth and get their assets. In partnership with Huduma Kenya, the authority organized a sensitization program in Uasin Gishu County, calling on other leaders to come forth and help in creating awareness, especially in the interior areas.
Wananchi kupitia kwa machifu na ni kutoka kwa shirika ambalo linaitwa Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, wakijumuika pamoja na Huduma Kenya. Unajua kwamba Huduma Kenya ni kitengo cha serikali ambacho kimeweza kutangulia kupeana huduma za kiserikali katika mashinani. Tiposa Unclaimed Financial Authority ikaona ni vyema pia iweze kupartner na kuona kwamba pia hao wanapeana huduma mashinani, kwamba wananchi wako na pesa ambazo hawajaweza kuzipokea.
According to Unclaimed Assets Authority, 31 billion shillings of the unclaimed assets is cash money, while over 28 billion is in form of shares. They then want those in possession of the assets to come forth and get their assets back.
Na pesa taslim zaidi ya bilioni 27. Tuko na shares value atagawa hiyo ni fluctuative ya bilioni ingine 28 karibu. Ukiongeza hizi pesa zote ni bilioni 50 zaidi. Na ndio tunawaambia wa Kenya, sababu commanded kazi yetu kubwa ni kutafuta yenye hii pesa, na ndio tumekuja Uasin Gishu.
Just as the authority commanded states that it is their responsibility to receive the unclaimed financial assets from holders of such assets, safeguard these unclaimed assets, and unite the assets with their rightful owners. They are then taking it to the interior, creating awareness to make rightful owners get back their properties.
Fedha mabilioni kadhaa kutoka kwa makampuni mbalimbali ambazo zimeweza kutekelezwa kwetu kwa niaba ya wananchi, na hawa wananchi wako katika kona zote za nchi, na ndiposa kama halmashauri tumeonelea baadaye si ukatu Nairobi tungoje watu wakuje, tuchukue hilo jukumu la kwenda kutafuta hawa watu wako wapi. Wengine ni wakongwe, ni wazee, ni wamama, ni vijana, na kwa labda kwa sababu moja au nyingine hawajui mali yao imeweza kutekelezwa kwetu, na ndiposa tunatafuta washikadau ambao tunashikana nao.
Mevin Getembe, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Thank you so much, Mevin Getembe, for that story. Moving forward, the legislators have slammed the government, rather President William Ruto, over what they termed as failure to address key challenges Kenyans continue to face amid the touch economic times. The lawmakers aired their frustrations as Parliament debated on the presidential State of the Nation address, with those allied to Kenya Kwanza defending the head of state. Take a look.
Just a week after President William Ruto's State of the Nation address, legislators in the National Assembly today debated on the strides made by the Kenya Kwanza administration. As per the President's State of the Nation message, those allied to Kenya Kwanza, led by Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, coming to the President's rescue amid concerns by the opposition of the state of the country's economy.
Honorable Speaker, I take this opportunity to commend the President because of his noting that he was not only playing his role as a leader charged under our Constitution to deliver a certain mandate and certain reports to the House and to the people of Kenya through their elected representatives, but also he was being accountable to the people of Kenya on the progress that has been made by his administration and the government that he leads on behalf of the people of Kenya. And indeed, I noted with excitement, Honorable Speaker, and satisfaction that we have a president who now appreciates that this is a government that belongs to the people of Kenya.
With the President's message focusing more on reviving the economy and matters agriculture, a section of legislators lauded the President over the prices of fertilizer, citing that the country heavily depends on agriculture.
Despite the challenges, Mr. Speaker, you know the economy was in ICU, Mr. Speaker, because of many challenges. All of us know that the public debt is way above 10 trillion Kenyan shillings. We know there was issues of extrajudicial killings.
However, the President's address did not come short on criticism, as some legislators claimed that the address did not take into account some of the important things affecting Kenyans, especially on taxation and corruption.
When I follow well on the speech of our President, I noted that there are some things which were not coming out clear, more especially on the price of gorogoro of maize. Immediately, he spoke of 60 to 70, Mr. Speaker. I got excited, but when I went to Kisii, the price of gorogoro of maize is between 120 and 150, Mr. Speaker.
In line 7 of his speech, Mr. Speaker, the President started attempting to give the nation apology for not being able to meet those promises. Because in that line, Mr. Speaker, the President gives a very clear excuse of why these particular issues have not been met. He says in his own mouth that in our plan, we identified 3 primary challenges: external shocks, physical distress, and structural imbalances that heavily strained our economy, causing nationwide difficulty. And this becomes the excuse, the mischief of excuse. So that
John Matava, Lookuptv.
Away from that, the government spokesman Isaac Mwaura has called on Kenyans to remain patient over the current high cost of living, saying that the RUTO-led administration will be able to sort out the mess in 2 years. In an address with the media, Mwaura also defended President Ruto's foreign trips, insisting that they are of importance, and the president has secured more than 3 trillion through signing MOUs with various heads of state, alongside deepening relations between Kenya and various countries. Stanley Lugaria with more.
One to you Kenyans who hope that the current high cost of living will be solved soon. Your patience may have to wait a little longer. Government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura on Wednesday called on Kenyans to be patient for at least 2 more years to allow the government to attend to the issue.
Ni uchungu na tunakubali kwamba imefanya serikali pengine ikaongeza kodi hapa kidogo tu, kwa sababu ni aidha wewe ujitafutie hela zako ama uchukue za mwingine ambaye ameweza kuziweka akiba, alafu utalipa kwa riba ya juu zaidi. Kwa hiyo ni jambo ambalo tunafaa kulivumilia, na tunajua kwamba si wakati ambao ni rahisi sana kwa Wakenya, ndugu zangu, Wakenya wenzangu. Mimi kama msemaji wa serikali nasema kwamba tunajua kwamba gharama ya maisha imeweza kuongezeka, that we don't sink further. It would have been much worse. So I really want to call upon Kenyans to vumilie so that we really stabilize things. In the next 2 years or so, 1 to 2 years, we for sure will start seeing changes.
Mwaura widely and lengthily defended the 39 visits in less than 1 year by the statesman Dr. William RUTO, stressing that they have so far been accompanied by goodies and benefits to the country.
Hususan safari za Mheshimiwa Rais na manufaa ambao yamejitokeza. Kuna hela nyingi tu ambazo zimeweza kupatikana katika nyanja mbalimbali za miundo msingi. Pia tumepata soko mpya katika nchi tofauti, na tunaangalia pia mambo ya kawi na vile ambavyo serikali itaweza kupata ufadhili wa kuweza kutusaidia sisi kama Wakenya. Na pia ajira, kwa mfano kama kule Saudi Arabia utakuta kwamba watu wanakwenda kule Saudia, kuna kazi zaidi ya 1350.
Referring to the tree planting activity which was led by the Kenya Kwanza cabinet on Monday across different parts of the country, Mwaura revealed that the process was a great success after the government planted more than 150 million trees as it intends to plant more than 15 billion trees in 10 years of William Samoei Ruto's reign.
Na tunashukuru vile ambavyo watu wa Kenya wamejitolea sana kuingia katika huu mradi ama mwito wa kupanda miti. Ni wajibu wetu kupanda miti ni wajibu wetu. Na niseme kwamba Kenya inaongoza katika mdahalo wote huu wa tabia nchi.
Stanley Lugaria, Lookuptv.
Thank you so much, Stanley, for that report. Moving forward, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has directed Pharmacy and Poisons Board to crack whip on chemists selling counterfeit drugs, saying the commodities are a health risk to Kenyans. The Deputy President has made it clear President Ruto's regime will not allow chemists to sell fake medicines and drugs that have not been certified. He has also told the Pharmacy and the Poisons Board to ensure foreign investors opening manufacturing businesses in the country are facilitated through a quick issuance of operating licenses.
A joint research by the Kenya Medical Association, Kenya Association of Pharmaceutical Industry, and the Pharmaceutical Society of Kenya established that up to 30% of medicines and drugs in the country are counterfeit. It is a syndicate estimated at a close to 15 billion Kenya shillings. On a global scale, Africa accounts for up to 42% of fake drugs. The United Nations warns that over 500,000 deaths in Africa are linked to substandard products. Such drugs offer false hope of recovery to patients. In some cases, it may worsen the situation given that the veracity and efficacy of the components are unverified. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, counterfeits, fake and falsified drugs are a threat to our people. They are a threat to life. They are a threat to livelihoods. Medical drugs are not meant to kill. Drugs are to improve the quality of life. That is why we are encouraging local production to improve availability and affordability of quality supplies. This is one of the ways of edging out bad people dealing with counterfeits. While crackdowns are crucial in curbing dealers of such fake drugs, we ask the security and other involved agencies to put the health of the country first by ensuring that those arrested are severely punished. Officers aiding the syndicate are not part of us. They belong to jail.
And that story on rogue chemist and drugs takes us to our first break right here on Lookuptv. Please stay with us. We'll be back with more news for you.
Insight, factual and timely.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park, fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
Kipindi ni ukulima ni mali na Manjoro. Kumbuka hapa ndipo unajifunza mambo mengi kuhusu ukulima. Kilimo ni uti wa mgongo wa nchi, na ukiwa na Njoro unajifunza. Kumbuka, angalia mwenyewe. Tunakuambia ukitaka kujua tips za ukulima, ungana na sisi kwenye Lookuptv. Every Sunday unatukuta pale saa 10, tunakuonesha kuhusu ukulima. Ukulima wa mimea, ukulima wa ng'ombe, ukulima wa kuku, ukulima wa mbuzi na yote ambayo yanahusiana na ukulima. Kumbuka nini? Kipindi ni ukulima ni mali.
Factual and timely.
Welcome back to the program. Many thanks for joining us. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Josephine Aoko. Moving forward, the fight against terrorism following frequent terrorist attacks in the country, Interior Principal Secretary Dr. Raymond Omolo has said that the government is scaling up its multi-agency efforts to step up its fight against terrorism, particularly from the Somalia-based Al-Shabaab. P.S. Omolo made the remarks when he presided over the official opening of the Regional Counter-Terrorism Training Center established at the Administration Police Office, Service Border Unit in Kanyonyo, Kitui County.
The Kanyonyo Kitui County State-of-the-Art Center is a fully functional training facility, a wide range of counter-terrorism courses, advanced tactical operations and training. Commenting on the facility, which was established in partnership with the United States of America government, Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo said that the groundbreaking project will play a critical role in building capacity for law enforcement agencies and cement Kenya's position as a regional leader in counter-terrorism. Kenyan government is eager to continue partnering with the U.S. in intelligence sharing, capacity building, and infrastructure development, which he believes are critical in stopping terrorists and other criminal forces from targeting the country. The government has pledged to strengthen its counter-terrorism capabilities with the objective to further enhance the country's overall security. Ruga Ivan, Lookuptv.
Police in Marura in Murang'a County, through the aid of the area residents, have arrested a driver who was at the time transporting donkey meat destined for sale in Nairobi. Confirming the incident, Deputy County Commissioner Gotonga Murungi noted that the residents alerted the security officer, who acted swiftly and successfully captured the driver before 10 others fleeing.
Residents of Marura village in Murang'a County are in shock after the discovery of 30 donkeys slaughtered at a homestead within the village and is believed to be destined for the market in Nairobi. The shocking revelation was discovered as residents, acting as good Samaritans, were assisting in pushing a vehicle stuck in mud that was ferrying some of the meat. A foul smell attracted the residents, who in turn alerted officers at a police station, who swung into action, arresting the vehicle driver.
Na wakati tulipofika pale tulipata kwamba ni kweli kuna boma moja ambayo inaonekana kutengwa haiko karibu na boma zingine.
Confirming the incident, Marura Assistant Police Commissioner Gitonga Murungi says the suspect after the interrogation revealed that the slaughtered donkeys were destined to Kayole area in Nairobi.
Na uchinjaji ambao ulikuwa umeendelea pale, na wakati tuliangazia kwa karibu tukaweza kuona kweli ni punda ambao walikuwa wamechinjiwa hapo. Tuliweza kuhesabu vichwa vile ambavyo vilikuwa pale, tukaona kwamba tukahesabu vichwa kama 30 pale vya punda, na hilo gari lilikuwa pia limebeba nyama kwa wale punda ambao walikuwa wamechinjiwa pale, na mwenye hilo gari aliweza kukamatwa, lakini wenzake wale ambao walikuwa nao waliweza kutoroka. Ni pamoja pia na wale wengine ambao tulifahamishwa kwamba walikuwa ni kadri ya watu kama 10 ambao walikuwa pale na ambao walihusika kwenye uchinjaji wa wale wanyama.
The residents suspect the activity has been happening for an extended period, blaming the security personnel for their reluctance in their work. Aludagel for Lookuptv, Nairobi.
The Christian Health Association of Kenya has raised its concern over the increase in the cases of diabetes among young expectant women, noting that it poses a major threat to unborn babies, with cases of rampant in the urban centers. Their concerns come amid research showing that 7% of Kenyans either had diabetes or were vulnerable to getting the killer disease, as the number of the patients continue to rise. According to Dr. Cyprian Kamau, the association's head of health services, the rise in the number of Kenyans with diabetes was worrying, noting that unlike with the past, where the aged were the most affected, all ages were now feeling the full of brunt with the disease, mainly due to poor diet and failure to exercise.
The association concerns comes after a research conducted showed that at least 7% of Kenyans are either suffering from diabetics or are vulnerable of getting the killer disease as the number of patients continue to rise. This follows a sensitization exercise organized by Chak and Kijabe Mission Hospital in Kihoto Grounds in Naivasha, where the tens of residents were offered free diagnosis services. Dr. Cyprian Kamau, the head of health services, attributed the rise in cases to poor diet and failure to exercise, further noting that unlike in the past, where the aged were the most affected.
Of course, there are quite a number of things that do put people at risk of getting diabetes. One is age. If you are above 40 years, you are likely to get diabetes. And as you grow older, the chances become more. So you need to be screened regularly, literally speaking, on an annual basis.
Elsewhere, World Diabetic Day was held in Lurambi Sub-County with the aim of creating awareness of health conditions affecting millions of people globally. According to Stephen Wandei, Kakamega County Director Medical Service, 4 out of 10 people are diabetic, with many being ignorant of their status.
Diabetes is increasingly becoming a problem in our region here. It's estimated about 4% of our people have diabetes. And therefore today we are here to share health education about diabetes with our people. We are here to screen those who have come. We are here to treat those who are here, and then we link them for treatment.
With cases of diabetics on the rise globally, concerns have been raised over the high number of people suffering from the disease in Africa. Catherine Saina, Lookuptv.
Zimele Asset Management through Zimele Unit Trust has launched a new product dubbed Chama Manager, which will open chamas in Kenya to more investment opportunities in the capital markets while simplifying the administration cost. Simba Elijah Charles Kiag explains why this revolution is too popular.
2, 1.
As of 2021, the Central Bank of Kenya Economic Survey report indicated that there were an estimated 300,000 chamas controlling around $3.4 billion worth of assets. It is upon this backdrop of a successful chama culture in Kenya that Zimele Unit Trust, regulated by the Capital Markets Authority, has launched Chama Manager.
We recognized many people save in groups, but the way the industry and products are structured, they are for individuals.
According to the chairman Zimele, David Ndi, the biggest challenge for chamas in Kenya is financial administration, which he believes Chama Manager has solved by making it easy for members to access their chama accounts digitally.
Financial administration. Yeah. Every member of the chama knows that a lot of time is spent trying to keep track of who is contributed what. It can have high transactions cost if you do it professionally, because then you have to hire professional accountants. And of course, most groups are too small to do that.
Chief Executive Officer for Zimele, Isaac Njuguna, is upbeat about the new product, further echoing the need to formalize chamas in the country and position them as a ported investor hub in Kenya through proper formalization of their operations.
We have people making contributions of 50 shillings and 20 shillings. So that makes us feel very, very happy for having enabled these people to access that market and actualize their dreams.
With the Chama Manager standing as the magic bullet to finally exposing chamas in the country to the regulated space, Capital Markets Authority Chief Executive Officer Wycliffe Shamia is optimistic that for the very first time in Kenya, chamas will become a worthy competitor to other investment vehicles in the regulated investment space in the country.
Investors, most of them look for returns. And this is what this product is bringing. Now, for me as a regulator, I think this is a good example where we are saying, regardless of where you're sitting, with the little money you have, you can still save and get some return.
For Lookup News, Simba, Elijah Charles Kiage.
Crossing over to some sporting action, the Kenya national football team, Harambee Stars, has arrived in Gabon ahead of the World Cup qualifier fixture against the Panthers. The match is scheduled to be played tomorrow, Thursday, at Franceville Stadium in Gabon, before locking arms with Seychelles on Monday at Felix Aupoet Boigny Stadium in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. Despite missing out some of the crucial players at the back line, Harambee Stars tactician is positive that they will post good resulting. Main suspect in the murder of slain long-distance Kenyan runner Agnes Tirop, Ibrahim Rotich, has been freed on a 400 cash bail with a surety of similar amount, or cash bail of $500,000. The 42-year-old was charged with the murder of Agnes Tirop on November 2021.
Yes. I want preservation of the files. 1, he shall be released on a bond of Kenya shillings 400,000 with 2 sureties of similar amount, or in the alternative, cash bail of 500,000 Kenya shillings. He shall deposit his passport, if he has one, with this court.
And that story finalizes our broadcast tonight. Many thanks for watching, and those that made the bulletin a success, we do say thank you. My name is John Matava. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Josephine Aoko. Till then, stay alive.